Let me add this one to it. Yeah, linking to the second topic about a teacher form complain about food shortage in the schools. You know? So make it.
This shows perfectly. This shows perfectly. Say the leadership of President Nanado is suffering from a corruption scandal. Because why? You've invested about 4-something billion on planting for food and job. By this time, we should have a buffer stock. Because what was the concept of planting for food and job? For us to have all year round grains for us to export. That's the motive behind it. And once all countries say because of Ukraine war, we should stop exporting our grains. It shows say there's problem somewhere. Look, say ufa the maize itself. Poultry farmers were crying. They were crying, say the cost of maize is very, very expensive. Economics. When the demand is high and the supply is low, you have a price that is higher. When you have a demand that is the demand and supply meet a certain place called the equilibrium, you have an average price. When you have a supply that exceeds a demand, we are going to have a lower price. That's a basic economics. So when we say the price is always escalating, it shows perfectly say there's something wrong somewhere. Either the finance minister and the agri minister are not truthful to themselves, or they have something hiding. Because one thing in country say you spend this huge amount of money on planting for food and job, and as I speak to you, so we call a secondary schools, they are suffering. Why should they? Government owns buffer stock a huge sum of money, over 400 and something million.
430 million.
430 million Ghana cedis. That's buffer stock alone. We are called the secondary schools. Look, the secondary schools, they are now crediting food. Job, ekosre, and now credit. Free a jane at the breast students. But the government or the president and the family, they are so happy. They are enjoying the largesse of the taxpayer. But the students are who forced the president to enroll in free SHS. Free SHS is one of the most nice program. But when you don't have the means, you don't force it to come. Because look, only feeding alone is costing the state about 40 million Ghana every term. 400 million every term. Government need to do something about it as early as possible. Look, for me, if I'm the president, this agri minister and the finance minister should be the first person that I should reach out for, or I should sack them. Because the use of the agri minister is just less. There's no need for this agri minister to be opposed. Agri minister, the same board, soon, opposite the president. We are more only one sector. Say manage the one sector for us. You couldn't. Now so opposite the president. Now so sure MPP for so no be the president also. Now Ghana for so. Because I don't see the reason why we should just allow this man, this agri minister, to still be at post. Because the essence of us, the reason why we brought him, say he's an expert. He had the knowledge to just change things around now. It has come to the most useless ever on earth. So there's no need for him to be there. Because you can't tell me, say as I speak to you, we don't have maize, we don't have rice, and sometimes even the cost of production is so high. Look, said last year, your friend saying a fertilizer that costs about 98 Ghana cedis, and there is around 400 and something Ghana cedis. What do you expect the farmers to do? To still go ahead to cultivate to the extent say they are going to run at a loss? Nobody will do that. Until we say, look, even the farm input itself is a problem. When we have problem with fertilizer, we have problem with seedlings, we have problem with plowing and others. We won't say things will just go way wide. Until me who prefer say, look, there's no need for us to entertain the agri minister because he had failed willfully.
Okay.
And there's no need for him to be there.
Okay.
Look, Sammy, another one about some publication about teacher train for those who are struggling for food. When you go to the secondary schools, especially the first class or some second class secondary schools, parents are paying for feeding 500, a beam say 800. But the government will tell you, say, oh, everything is under control. Why should you give Uba cocoa without sugar? Why should you give Uba cocoa without bread? But the government felt, say, oh, it's okay. Let at any time, no, then they will speak the Queen's language to you, say they are performing better than you. I mean, things are not going on well under the leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And this is the time for Ghanaians to make sure, say, they don't trust him and they shouldn't trust him.
Okay. My main kind message is enough. Mimra Kafu. We see 1, 2, 3. And people might speak in the mind government. Okay. I say he's hungry like Akufo-Addo, and you call your president. That is why he's challenging you. Okay. So you put a mad person in affairs. I'm from India and come. We say, but how can you ask about import without the figures of export to compare? If they were to reduce imports, I think it's only to compare data with export. Anna Kofi from Kumasi. Very simple. So the more we're exporting, it means your import reduce. But the data of import, cost, right? You don't need to go and check export, because once I import no cost rate, it means your export is nothing. Very simple, basic. Radio day Abba. We see the big guy, the sweat pa. We see I'm very sad the way MPP rep answering questions. Please let him go back and read Planting for Food and Jobs policy document, because he doesn't understand your editorial. Radio day Abba, this MPP man is not serious. Just answer simple question and you are beating around the bush. Jonathan Ifroboase. We say good evening, Mr. Honto. The MPP man need Obinim sticker and Oboforce watches cream in his life from Abu Tamale. We say let the man in the yellow shirt knows that even if our export went high, it still doesn't cancel the fact that our import is high. We say Sami, good evening, great job. But let's be honest, this Kafui should be very careful when he comes to your set. He should be very, very careful, or something bad might happen to him. He is a disgrace to the airways. Where's the host? Good evening. I'm watching you live from Malam, Accra. Do you do that your program? You know your program is intelligent program, so don't invite such a man like MPP man onto your show again. My name is Kwabena Nodiaba. We say I'm 99 Savage in Accra. We say please tell the MPP man to go and sleep because he's confused. He's so ignorant, sitting on TV platform saying that harsh words. Saka Park. Okay. We say, hey, MPP people cannot distort fact too. No wonder Baumia is their leader. Tabi Achem Sajimase and Odiwe Free Abba. We see my name is Jonathan. MPP members are liars. They have failed Ghanaians. In the other day, say MPP members know the truth, but because of the party, he is not speaking the truth. We see good evening, Sami. I'm a Frane Electricals Pakoso Estate Kumasi. We say the mid-year budget presentation by the finance minister is nothing new, but the old stories with nothing to write home about. So he should resign honorably, or say from Afrane and the free Afrane Electricals Pakoso Estate. We say this is nothing good. You can find MPP. You can find an MPP. As for the Oforiata, the least said about him, the better. He is a working disaster. We say hello, boss. Please tell the NDC man to keep quiet. We were here when Mahama was president. We see that about say Godwin Accra. We say good evening, please. Tell Kafui to stop that false argument and teach us something. We are listening. About say Simon, please let the MPP man tell us the price of grains compared to their predecessor, example maize, abru, tanks. Isaac Edifri Kumasi. We say frankly speaking, the current government has run out of option. They should be calm to ask for new ideas rather playing blame games. They are setting a very bad precedent. Assume atokra edifri Kumasi no daba. We should know that man is lying, please. Evans Idifrakra. Was he doesn't have any good answer for us. Cut him off, please. Evans Akrano Dabo say the NDC man is on point. He knows what he's saying. Radio Dabo say, I don't know. Radio Dabo say, good evening. I think the guy there can't answer your question. Allow him to raise his personal topics. He's okay. Or see, he's out of track. We see, Hunter, both panelists have provided statistical data. Where are their sources? Their sources are genuine. What the data you could Kafu they buy data or Ghana Statistical Service or Ministry of Finance or more website that you can find them. We do about see we see Tibon Kosumis block-headed, empty-headed. Or say I'm prof Central Region or Diabanti. Tibon Kosana can say headed. That's it. Well, see, this government must not forget that DAMCO workers are graduates. The results will show up on one day. Show up one day. Or say, hi, Sammy, please, I have told you day in, day out, the two cruel political twins of our party, I say Atapenyi MPP and Atakakra NDC, are the worst government for Ghana, governance for Ghana. Why bring them on your show when professional people are around? Lecturers, students, CSOs are there, but all these mediocre and shambolic people always appear on your show. We need intellectual, engineering, productivity, communicative, and nationalistic-minded and educated to educate the citizen, and not these self-seeking but cruel, empty-headed communicators. MPP, NDC, they are above. Where was it? Dukadaya, Yenya Ousuno Diaba. I mean, Kasi Mitron. Kafui, Aotiano. Kafui is a financial expert. Kafui used to own a microfinance, had over 150. He used to have over 150 workers. And now he still operates, plus other businesses. Yera Nene is an economist, a graduate, and not just party communicator. They are graduates. And whatever is their expert in Babekano, or no Babeka is about economy. The same way MPP, so the only thing a woman is partisan politics. And the Babeka they say, but when it comes to ideas, they are all sharing ideas. The same way you're also sharing your ideas. I appreciate your ideas. So let's find way to, understand people's ideas. My kind of message, isn't it the same message about twice. My main last one, I'm call a year coffee hall. Was a good evening, brass. Please don't overstress yourself with the MPP man. He has nothing to offer Ghanaians. People, my greetings to you, NDC man, and my lovely wife. I do not greet MPP man because I don't want to inherit his lies. They are misusing the country's resources because they want to break the aid. Let them send Ghana to hell and continue to be in power. David, and they free Aguna Swedru and Wade Abre. Coffee. 10 minutes. Adentina, ye banning export of grains, maize, rice, soya. Sabreya, Russia-Ukraine war, food supply to Europe. Supply na Akatia, Ghana, we can also produce and gain and earn more income. Said you're planting for food, a year policy in the we want to maximize a year food production. We want to maximize exportation and minimize importation. Why are we banning export? Opportunity for us to get money.
So
38.
Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Let me present me pull figures at the back, so you can know the levels of imports. And you see I can say exporter. Export is to our neighboring countries, because Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, your neighboring countries, we export a lot to them. Some even cocoa beans. Almost share Burkina Faso borders. There is a lot of our beans that goes into Burkina Faso. And what we are trying to say is, you share on mine, send your name and now got a chima market. By either out of war. By here, Oko Dambai market. I testify. There are videos going round of availability of food. There are videos going round of telling us how effective our PFG has performed. It is the year can say, Adriani aye wo hono. Takra ye wo aye. Muma ye hold on to it because we have been hit by a two-prone attack. COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine, bay. Same, if you take Russia, Ukraine, now we share imports a bit free Russia, Ukraine, about they say, fertilizer inputter. Same, na who ya kwa tria. And nothing ye can say, Mumma ye, social media budget, minister, eka say, ye be enhance production of your own organic fertilizers. Same, minister said it. Because you making sure say you bet to me at your a free self-dependency on or say promoting increased production and use of organic fertilizers. And don't you know, papa say Japan and organic fertilizer you persist na enkrofo me ba more. So that when we have this, the over-reliance on foreign import of fertilizers, no, a bit to me about form. So
my question is why are we not exporting food 5-6 years into planting for food and jobs? Which objectives? They say we should maximize food exportation and minimize food import. Why are we not taking advantage of Russia-Ukraine war to export food, but rather banning food exportation?
I know na me catch will say. Na me pulu figures. Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Nanka machira will say yeti hey, ye export your grains to neighboring countries. We export. If we are not exporting, there is no way the Minister of Finance, in reading his media budget, all kind of media budget, na kwa humba bosi kamu pense muno, edi achira Ghana for no. Nka one can say ye make sure see ye be restricted the export of your grains.
One can say restriction was a ban.
You be banned.
And I maybe say, why are we not at this particular time? Yen can say exporting more. Say okay, say bayirebu eduanebu. Why are we not exporting more but banning exportation?
So I make actually was hey, yen ye work Ghana hey. Uhwe ye fertilizer be braye de ye nieme ya. Ye free Ukraine in ye deba. And if you look at these fertilizers, enhancing production, and you person develop your organic fertilizers there. Not just a chira say, Adriani kakra wo memu, and ya wadrin say opesa we expect to because you see warehouses, one district, one warehouse will be ye person if we have availabilities, you bet me a stock. Then we can pull it out in lean season a bit me a boy. So I mean, if you go to Techiman, go and look at the grains market. A bra tie. You have no idea. A bra tie doing your planting for food and jobs. Now for the farmers, you crowd complaining. We need to force people to go into local the eat of local rice. And to export to the Samia. And to say minya data na minim say way e ka we na kame bay kame scoop data no e de abro. Na mamu the volume of export grain by grain na echo. Ya capture when you capture ya capture echo. And it's a minister as a young fatabun 2 ways. The idea is that kakrana way ye maimu, yamanin kayemaimu. Same and ne ukwa minchira we chirukra, ufri media de bia become atiwa, ufi kufodia bana would doing sawam after sawam any we fairness and blue skies on mono, ubon some maize market.
It means you are nimbuye. Because a budia, a case be a bua, it means in excess, and we export it for income.
Samena make catch or say, Same omo Adriania ebu. You see, there be a catch them say, Ghana, na ye over reliance of import of Adriani. We should table ya the 2 year, we should be a consumer is 2 years. And some started say airdrop ba and afedie ababewe. Even if you look at 2018 a call from 2019 about form. So, these are the dynamics. You bet me a substitute. Some you can't send for made in Ghana goosey and Ghana rice. Still, people omotekrema is still glued to perfume rice. It is these are there. More so, you have a lot of these rice millers here, Abbey. Enti aduane de aduane wo sa ye ka se aduane no enti no bere no country bi wo ho no mo a na omudi omo same ne hwe Nigeria they produce rice omo ye sa pyramid rice here same na it was a beauty to behold but Nigeria is still exporting.
I'm told they say a Ghana ni a boy mom develop this policy.
Ghana ni Odum honorable Odum on the ko kan mo no boy mom ye we and you see same under President Kufuor, not a deputy agric minister. It is we are telling
but it's not part of this government.
You see, the truth of the matter is, me one platform, and we talk a lot. He is trying to develop his own space because whether you are in government or you are out of government, you brighten your corner where you find yourself. And if
in this case, I decided to brighten Nigeria at the expense of
even
Ghana.
In Ghana, if I tell you the acreages of rice farm cultivation or Shaman Crofua cultivator, near Pessia didn't buy Tiwakra. But he was just telling us at Tiwano, your land na more of cocoa.
So you can talk about the no as individual area, but you can't talk about the agric minister and for that matter the ministry is doing.
I am telling you the volume of export. Something I make a choice say, so what do you table we better way? Nasa adwuma ade beto was say oh me ba be ye we no e bia me ye no krogia magana fo atiase me ni butaye bia wa akire emu da ho fan a e ka de to we na de atoton say ye hwe exporter ye any importer ye this is the volume of import this is the volume of export na akire Ghana for say Ghana ye exporto and I exporto. And I was trying to I was trying to scoop and tell you, say, what should the volume of export of Nehemiah? It will tell you.
So,
planting for food and job
without that data, is it okay? Say export a cost automatically it may reduce your import. Is that the case?
Export table ya the two way. Table na me pese in ka ofano 1-on-1 say. The import of only grains to sell rice. Nanki ya say impact no at the same. Now the ababa just apposu your production of maize, your production of rice. Send it here.
Now fall under food import and export.
Say so who be debate ne dia. Let's do the debate. Sami want to me can say so kwakra sugar bahanmo na nti sugar air kosoro and no say Ghana you produce sugar.
Whether I bring export or not export, I will say I was talking about the imports because your catch there said the more you importing you any free and farmers, you create jobs more at the expense of ours, and you may lose income. And data no swatch there, we are spending 770 something million bigger than the money we free Afrizim bank at the buy. And my concern is why are we still exporting more?
Ghana export, but we import. Yeah, import no far outweigh the export. I mean, me know why. When you say emro mo compile with inflation, you know, CPI, no, consumer price index, no, omo kofa grapes at the cow. Ghana, you do grapes.
Oh, the grapes was there.
Ghana,
say consumer.
So, do you know we export a lot of your non-traditional goods?
The example I was citing, grapes, eduania, you do Ghana, imported. But say food basket is not only about local manufacturing.
Which fruit are you import back? Any fruit are you export? It fast away what we import. It to the kwaka we want to say and we see food items like a food basket.
So, but the basic line is we can't export grains today because we don't have enough. So we must keep the little we have for ourselves.
Food and jobs was across board on all quarters. It did not specify itself on only grains. Okay. Planting for food and jobs was also on roots and tuber.
No, across.
Planting for food and jobs was also on roots and tuber.
Planting for food and jobs, broad and kahon.
Same,
Brother and
brother and can one. Agric minister.
Brother,
Can't trust somebody else.
5 cities.
Nka Agric minister.
Okay.
Then of course,
Mami,
5 cities.
few messages now for you wrap up. What time aso?
Any passes, any
Yenya Patrick Kofi Miracle or see the issue with Ghana politics is irrespective of who is in power. They will still ignore valid concerns raised. Patrick Ikweda was today, dear. It be like the MPP came unprepared. Need your day abadono. Mami call WhatsApp. WhatsApp yenya your day aba me kind drew him fa 1 2 3 1 2 3. The country has a brass. I mean, I said, continue to be in power. They will say, my name is Bernard. Please tell. I say, please, the toll should be extended outside Accra because it's causing a lot of traffic. Sure. Are there any day bano? And I was say cause traffic. I say, let our leaders be honest with us. They are the cause of our woes. Poor leadership in the government. Bear in mind, whatever they sow, they shall reap. Now, the difference between NDC and MPP is that NDC accepts mistakes and the MPP do not. The reason is the MPP is using an unrepentant old man and NDC uses repented young men. And remember, the Bible said, the young shall see vision and the old shall have dreams. So the old men are always dreaming. Let them continue dreaming. And finally, let the MPP know that the truth is of the Lord and lies of the devil. Lies is for the devil. And the one who lies does not being solution to a problem, but the truth is a solution by itself. A word to the wise is enough. Stanley Park, and we are say, please tell Kafui I really like him, but he is in the wrong political party. Robert Edefiyangloga, voter Regiment Daba. We don't have planting for food and jobs, but it's sharing of Ghana money to families and friends from Robert Angloga. And Odiaba will say, the most incompetent party, MPP. MPP man should go to the market and demand goods sold in the market. Yet it's a castle, now so I come the yet Sikaso nanso akromfo be hwiaye yenia the frasim na dia ba afsim dom pem sonko na dia bre we say as the MPP mandate can he and the children take the food that students are taking for it now we say o ma be dia aduane o mu di we say good evening, I'm enjoying the program but I don't believe we can break the so-called 8 if things continue this way. Gaddafi Edifrey Kuma. We see good evening, Akufo-Addo and his administration is confused. They are totally dangerous. They say they are total damages. From Rich, they are about to oh Samme and net dear no Kafui mum na wabong. The other about saying that they want wabong. We see, are we building Ghana or party? What's wrong with both of them? They are not serious. I have switched off my TV. Cry from Kumasi or the so yeah, the host of the energy when you switch off your TV. I say hello. What's with your TV? So what's the new message you say and kind? So how do you know some message in cry kind? So message you to you. I say hello guys. Tell the MPP man that I'm a NAPCO personnel. I want my ex gratia since I will finish my service to my nation on September, as the finance minister said, and we will have my 8 months arrears paid. Joel Edifri Kumasi Santasi was say from Evans was say, why is this MPP man always dodge the question? Massa, you are tired, go and sleep. You the lie, sir. We say MPP members are chopping the money nyafu nyafu. They should not forget that those who put them on the seat will finally sack them. But they should not forget that whatever they sow, they shall reap. Jonathan Dieni. Well, see, good evening, Mr. Host. I think the MPP man is confused because Côte d'Ivoire are importing food here in Ghana. So the man is lying to us. I'll say, I'm Michael from Kumasi Node Eba. But see, Yenya God in Accra say the MPP man is confused. He is calling smuggling of food stuff to neighboring countries as export. as export. That's why they can't ban. I say together with their governments, they have failed us. Was it Sammy? Please try to bring serious communicator. This MPP man is talking like a boy who wants to yob a girl. He don't know anything. We see if you have enough food, why import? Food, especially rice, it is save the city from dollar, which is breaking the nine. We see kudos unto great job, more blessing on this selfless hosting. More grace to your elbow. Eja owusu pokuasi fisi and wadi efri aba. Abusianfo, you wrap it up. Nene, 1 minute.
Sammy. Say, mi bra or Kasano. I think he's still insisting say export here. But greens last year. Look, assume you say we were able to export greens for last year. The finance minister would have stated it. Say, oh, because of planting for food and job, we're able to get this or achieve this amount of money within this particular period. He did not state it. In the reply, he said they had a plan. Now, Samuel Onim said, we are consuming last year greens, and yet this year. Last year greens, and I didn't need. Until when you have a shortage in terms of our food now, it's not because of Ukraine. Somebody, they should just tell us the fact. Because all grains that we are consuming today is as a result of last year a harvest.
Okay.
Another one, say,
say
form. Look, okay, BB say we've acquired a foreign taste in terms of rice. Sammy, if a foreign rice, 25 kilo, can cost you about 120 and now 150 Ghana cedis, and a local rice will cost you about 300,000, 300 Ghana cedis. Which one will you go for?
We call the to bet me. Kafi.
Sammy, me bombing some amaye ho. All because thumbs up to His Excellency President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Say kabu aboya baso. Say ye dia grains so much so say and ye did last year grains.
And we have
and your boy and some your boy and some pa and again pa because Sammy you to me your grains. Oh, Mama Kasa.
Let me officially invite you to Adasa festival next week. Next week.
Weekend.
Me Kasa na Kasa
weekend.
Adasa
why we invite me?
And you are supposed to be Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because Friday we'll be having a jamboree. You should be part. Monday,
where invite me? Where invite me? Meneno waha. Or say Sammy. Where send where you me free?
Mrs. Sammy, I'm officially invited.
But me loku so ga kofe on me nko.
Me do be ko.
So gan kofe.
So be ko.
You free so gan kofe. You free dance.
Yeah, it's a done deal. We are coming. But me can last messages now.
Someone man kasa.
For 30 seconds in the family. For 30 seconds in the family, me can message. Well, say I'm Roland from Ayabal Gatang. Well, say Mr. Sammy, please. It seems the MPP guys still don't understand your question. Well, unless you break it down for him. Although I'm MPP. See, also although I'm MPP member, but what he's saying doesn't hold water. We say you use 5 Ghana cedis to eat fufu, even not. You alone, 6 people, as well, so that can also go and buy some of my birthday parties. Was say Machato, okay, it's a different order. 5 cities. Shortage of food in our secondary school. My name is Doji, and I will be please, I'm 99 Savage. Please ask the MPP man to search the best liar in Ghana on his phone and tell us the results. Obi say the best liar in Ghana. Neka dokre children. Hi Sammy. So these 2 million, was it 2 million? Will bring what they will get message in 5 CDs. Abusia 5 CDs. Yeah, why the BCA say pay for am to am Kenya Cafe. Amega MPP ni National Communication Team member. Samson na yenua Kenneth Kabu NDC National Communication Team member. Yapon, monto aso.